Hello dear students, we are going to learn a topic today, packaging of DNA. Packaging of DNA under chapter molecular basis of inheritance of class 12. Packaging of DNA. Generally, DNA is a long molecule. It is having length of 2.2 meter in each cell, but it is packed inside the nucleus. You can assume that how such a long DNA about 2.2 meter, how it is packed in a single micron shaped nucleus. For learning this topic, we must learn what is the different materials that help in the packaging of DNA. You know, students, in eukaryotic cells, especially a type of protein is found called histone protein. And this histone protein is generally positive charge and they are joined with the negative charge protein to form a chromatin, and then after it is converted at the time it is converted into the chromosome. How this is happen? Generally, at the time of packaging, we must learn how the such a long DNA you have learned in previous class. How DNA having length of 2.2 meter, how they are aggregate and they undergoes packaging. You know that how we can calculate the length of the DNA. Generally, the length of DNA is calculated by the number of base pair present in per cells multiplied by the distance between a per base pair. Distance between the per base pair, you can find the length. Suppose if 6.6 10 to the power 9 base pair present in the cell, same way they are multiplied distance per base pair, that is a 0.34 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 9. Okay, this will find out the answer. 6.6 10 to the power 10 number of base pair present multiplied by 0.34 10 to the power minus 9 meter. You can cross it, and then 6.6 multiplied by 0.34, you can find answer 2.2 meter. This is the actual length of DNA in per cells that are combined in micron shaped nucleus. What? Micron shaped nucleus. How it is possible? It is possible only by the packaging of DNA. What are present? What material is responsible for packaging? Generally, material responsible for packaging are histone protein. What? Histone protein. Histone protein generally a positive charge protein, and that are combined with extreme negative charge DNA. It is a DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. It is a negatively charged, and that are combined to form a chromatin. What they form? Chromatin. How they are formed? How they are combined? How they are combined? Especially the histone protein are of following type: H2A, H2B, H3, H4, and one more H1. That are 5 type of histone protein that are found in the DNA, that are found in the nucleus, and that histone protein combined with the DNA, and this DNA wrap around the histone protein to form a chromatin. How this is happening? Generally, the H2A, H2B, H3 and H4 proteins is 2 amino acid rich molecules. Is 2 amino acid found in sufficient amount. First is a lysine and second is a arginine. It is explained that the lysine arginine histone proteins, especially this is a lysine and arginine amino acids that are sufficient in case of histone proteins that are present in this. Now they are combined with the DNA. Generally, H2A, H2B, H3 and H4 combined with this all type of histone proteins that form a protein octamer. What they form? They form octamer through which the DNA molecules, this is the DNA molecules that are combined. One more protein octamer present in this side, this is also combined. So this is a histone protein through which they are wrap around it. and they form a linker DNA. You cannot this way the diagram is not, I am not going to prepare. Suppose this is a histone protein, this is a DNA, they are combined through which this is a linker DNA linker, and this is a histone protein, histone, this is a positive charge, and around histone protein DNA are wrapped. Okay, and DNA is only can present in the nucleus, micron shaped nucleus, if DNA undergoes a precise packaging. So this one is a histone protein, and this is a DNA linker between distance between the two histone protein. It is estimated that the average distance of it linker DNA is about 40 base pair, and the average length of the DNA that wrap around histone protein is about 200 base pair in a single histone protein. Now, so this one is a further, they are combined, each histone are combined with the DNA strand, they form a chromatin, and further this histone further form protein octamer. What they form? They form protein octamer, and this protein octamer combined with one more. This is a, suppose this is a protein octamer through which the DNA that are adjusted, prepare such a way, adjusted. This is a protein octamer through which DNA adjust, and one more histone protein further joined with this position. This is called H1. This one is H2A, H2B, H3 and H4. Means all the histone proteins are generally involved at the time of nucleosome formation. If all protein octamer are combined with the DNA molecule, this type of association is considered under the nucleosome. This is called a nucleosome. What is a chromatin and what is a nucleosome? Nucleosome combined with each octamer of the histone protein, but chromatin generally form the union of a single histone with the DNA molecules. It is a chromatin. Chromatin is just present as a bead on strings. That is, suppose this is a DNA and a different type of histone protein that present on the DNA. This is generally a chromatin. Generally inside the normal conditions, in the normal condition inside the cell of nucleus, generally chromatin is found. At later it become a nucleosome, and further it is also converted into the chromosome also. It is also called chromosome, and it is further at the time of cell division. Chromosome form at the time of cell division. So this one is the packaging, how a long DNA molecule packed inside the single nucleus. Okay. Now students, after DNA packaging, what is you have learned about the positive charge different histone protein H2, H2B, H3, H4. Generally this all octamer of the histone protein is lysine and arginine rich amino acids, lysine as well as arginine. This question is asked many times in competitions. Histone protein generally rich which amino acid? This is a lysine and arginine. What is a chromatin? Chromatin if combined with the histone, any single of the histone protein, this is called chromatin, and they form a long bead on string type of chains especially. So this one is a chromatin. And further the chromatin form a protein octamer. This is called nucleosome, a single nucleosome. Nucleosome model is also proposed by scientists. The nucleosome model was one of the famous model of the packaging of the DNA. Okay, so this one is a packaging. Now next after this topic is, we are going to learn next topic, the DNA, type of DNA. Type of DNA is not a part of syllabus of class 12, but it is I think it is must to learn type of DNA. DNA generally of following types. You have learned, students, the DNA are of following type. Following type, that is A form, B form, C, D, E form and Z form of DNA. Here all these form are all these form and the Z form. Z form is a very unique form of DNA, and you have generally learned at the 10th standard or in this class, especially the B form of DNA. This is the most common type of DNA molecules. This differences between all these molecules are differentiate on the basis of following parameter: how many number of nucleotide present in the per helix, number of nucleotide present per helix. In each helix, how many number of nucleotide present? In each helix, how many nucleotide present inside the cell? It means that if the number of nucleotide present 10, this will be the B form. Generally in B form per helix 10 nucleotides are present. Second parameter was considered distance between the per base pair. Is any difference between the distance between the base pair? Distance between the per base pair. This is another interesting features that should be considered, the time classification of different type of DNA. And third is the direction of coiling. Is coiling of DNA is right-handed or direction of coiling, right-handed coiling or left-handed coiling. So this one is the different parameters that are considered at the time of classification of DNA molecules. Let us see the differences between, generally in two forms that are considered. First is the B form and Z form of DNA. B form and B form, and second is a Z form of DNA. Let us see the difference. In B form of DNA, you have already learned the distance between per base pair is 3.4. Okay, DNA per turn, per helix 10 base pair per helix, but in Z form 12 base pair per helix. This is a number of, according to this, number of nucleotide present in per helix. This is a 10, and in Z form of 12 base pair are present per helix. Distance between per base pair, generally distance between per base pair is here 3.4 angstrom. Here the distance between per base pair is 3.7 angstrom. Clear? 3.7 angstrom. Okay, the distance, this direction of coiling, this is a right-handed coiling. The B form of DNA having right-handed coiling, and this is of left-handed coiling, especially left-handed coiling. Okay, the next is the total, especially 3.4 angstrom per base pair, especially the total 10 helix having 34 angstrom differences, and total 12 helix per having about 45 angstrom. This is a distance between per helix. This is a difference between the B form as well as Z form of DNA. It is in normal pattern. It shows as a normal pattern of arrangement of the DNA helix, especially in the form of double helix, and it is present in the form of zigzag pattern, because here two nucleotide help in the formation of the backbone. Two nucleotide zigzag pattern this shows. Here arrangement, you can see the, suppose this is in case of zigzag, but in the case of Z form of DNA, the nucleotide arranged in such a way, you can see the nucleotide arranged in such a way. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a phosphate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Phosphate. Okay. This is a phosphate. This is a phosphate. And two nucleotide present here in opposite pattern. Okay, phosphate, phosphate. This type of arrangement this shows. So due to this presence of two opposite base pair, two opposite phosphate and sugar backbone, they help in the formation of zigzag pattern, especially zigzag pattern of the DNA molecules. So this is a Z form of DNA and this is a B form, and you already know, student, that you have already prepared a B form of DNA. This is a very simple, no any type of zigzag condition. You can see here phosphate, 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 and this one is a phosphate 5' as well as 3' OH. So this one is a B form that are most common, and Z form is also found in some cases. It is also transcribed, translate, and able to form protein. This is a difference between B and Z form. But what about A as well as B, C, A, C, D? In A form of DNA, 11 base pair present at per helix. 11 base pair present at the per helix. Here it is also a right-handed, and it is a smooth right-handed DNA, and its distance between each base pair is about per helix is about 32.7 angstrom. 32.7 angstrom. This is a form of DNA, and in A form of DNA, 11 base pair present at per helix. Okay. So you can say in C form of DNA, generally it is having 9 base pair at per helix. 9 base pair present per helix. What 9 base pair mean? In a single helix, it is present in 9 base pair. The distance of per helix is about 36.6 degree. 36.6 angstrom. Okay, so this one is a C form, and a D form of DNA. D and E form generally consider a single. In D form of DNA, it is also right-handed and having 8 base pair per helix, and their distance is about per helix is generally I think distance is not given, not reported till date. Okay. So this one is a D and E form of DNA. Students, here rotation per base pair, especially 36 degree are considered. But here in 12 base pair, 2 time of helix is repeated. 2 time of helix is repeated, and they form rotation per base pair is 60 degree in case of Z form. Z form of DNA, rotation per base pair is a 60 degree. This is a different type of DNA molecules that are present inside the body of animal under different solubility concentration, different ion concentration present inside the cell. If the ionic concentration as well as solubility of the cell change, then the DNA shape, size, structure will also be modified. Okay. Now student, the next after this, the coding and non-coding DNA. Coding and non-coding. In students, you know that the DNA is a 2 long molecules, and inside the DNA majority part is non-functional, that is a non-coding sequences. They are present in the form of a repetitive manner. Coding and non-coding sequences. Non-coding sequences. You have learned in previous classes about the chromatin and heterochromatins, euchromatin and heterochromatin. Similar way, this is also non-coding sequences. The non-coding sequences is generally non-coding sequences is generally repetitive sequences. They are not transcribed, not transcribed. Okay. Third one is they are not transcribed. Third, it is form a majority portion of DNA. Majority portion of DNA, about 97%. 97 to 98% of the DNA are fall under this category. Means they are not working, not synthesized to their protein. This is a non-coding sequences. In DNA, it is present in the form of repetitive manner. But in coding sequences, their percentage will be 2 to 3, and they transcribed. Okay, and this sequences is generally able to synthesize their protein and RNA and protein. This is called transcribed sequences. Okay, and these are classified under the gene. This is a gene 1, gene 2, gene 3. Which DNA is going to called gene? Because they are able to synthesize their mRNA as well as protein. That's why they are known as a gene. Especially the coding sequences is further classified the protein coding and DNA coding. Protein coding as well as DNA codings. Especially in this class, they are coding sequences are classified in 2 categories. The protein coding as well as those DNA which are going to form protein is called protein codings, and some DNA are going to form DNA and RNA coding, RNA coding gene. RNA coding genes, especially this synthesize rRNA, mRNA and as well as rRNA, mRNA as well as tRNA. So this is a different coding sequences that help in the synthesis of the rRNA, mRNA and tRNA as well as proteins. Okay, this one is a coding sequences. Now students, beside this in this chapters many topics are can be considered about the discussion, but according to syllabus we are going to learn not other than the syllabus. Student, I am talking more about that. Okay, so if you a question ask about what is the function of DNA, what DNA perform functions, generally in all eukaryotic organism where DNA is found and DNA is able to synthesize their mRNA as well as proteins. DNA is act as a genetic material because all the characters that present in the body are controlled by DNA directly or indirectly. Clear? So this one is a DNA. DNA having what physical features, different lengths, diameters, rotation per base pair, distance between base pair, different chemical feature. DNA having ribose sugars, especially the not having uracil, in place of uracil thymine is found. What is the many basic contrasting character can be considered in the DNA and that are important for the learning. Now the next topic in this chapter we are going to learn about the replication process. What? Replication process. Replication. Generally, I am going to discuss only short about the replications, but in next class we will learn detail what is a replication. Especially in class 12, the replication is not given detail, but for the proving of the phenomena of replication, some important terminology are used, especially which type of hypothesis is given to explain, hypothesis not, experiment is given to explain the type of replications, especially conservative, semi-conservative and dispersive type of method of replications. Replication step at what steps of the replication given at what step, step of the cell divisions, especially this replication process happen at the S phase of the cell division, because here the number of DNA contents gets increases. Okay, so you can say the replication is the one of the important phenomena by which the DNA contents increase, because DNA is able to synthesize their own copy. Okay, DNA synthesize their own copy, and this is considered under the phenomena of replications. How the DNA replicate? This is the replication. What is the replication? Replication is the unique process of making their. It is a unique process. It is a unique process of making DNA. Unique process of making DNA, especially which DNA? Identical copy. Identical copy. Identical copies. Okay, making the process of DNA, that is identical copies. Identical copies. So you can say identical copy using existing DNA as a template. Existing DNA as template means the DNA present inside the cell, which are going to replicate themselves and form identical copies of DNA. This process is called DNA replication. Okay, DNA replications. Now the time, what time are required for this phenomena? The time required very short, within second this phenomena is completed, and this phenomena happen at the S phase of the cell cycle. S phase of cell cycle. What is a S phase? If you consider about the cell cycle, you have learned already in class 11th, you can find M phase. This is a M phase, and this is called interphase. Interphase, and interphase divide into three: G1S and G2. This is a phase through which the process of replications. In this phase, the process of replication takes place. This is a S phase in which the process of replication takes place. Okay. Now, mode of replication. Sorry. Theory proposed to explain the replications, especially various theory proposed to explain the replication phenomena. Especially first theory was conservative model. Conservative model, a conservative process of replication. Process of replication, it is also called conservative model. Second is called dispersive model. Dispersive model, and third is a semi-conservative model. The most accepted model is this semi-conservative. This model was explained fully experimentally by Michelson and Stahl. Okay. So this one is a very famous. But what is a conservative, say dispersive as well as semi-conservative? It will discuss in detail in next class. Okay, students. Thank you.